Test, test, test. Alright, it is finally time. It has been 10 years since X came out. The definitive edition is now here on Switch. Man, I am so excited to not just play through the game again, but to show it off on stream and on YouTube and all that. It's a good game, I think, Xenoblade. In space, no one can hear you, sliding stinger. No one can hear your backslash. Yes, exactly. Your backslash.
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The Coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
And then everyone got stuck in the character creator. Okay. So, alright, I'm gonna play as the male character. So this is, God, this is the 4th time I've started, or have seen someone start up Xenoblade Chronicles X this weekend. I did it, this is my 3rd time doing it, because I got it, started it, realized, wait, I don't want to do it here. Did it on a different profile, played through to that for 10 hours, and then was watching someone else stream it, and then am now picking it up again for a 3rd time myself. So I've seen... Oh yeah, I can see the female options too. It's not... Just seeing the beginning of the game a lot the last 48 hours since the game came out. I think there are more hairstyles the farther you go in. These are all the default ones, at least, the starting ones. There. Going in as a male character. So I don't remember what I did for my... I think I had this hairstyle for... I know the pyro style is in... It was further. I think it's further in, yeah. I think I had this hairstyle my first time through. There is a... Yes, there is a pyro style. I want to put a scar. I think I had that scar. Do it Ryan style. I'm not gonna do it Ryan style. I think this fits the hairstyle I have on me right now most, but I don't know. I've gone back and forth whether I like it myself. All right. Okay, I'll do Ryan style. Give him the bangs. Gonna give him the special. Don't want to go back. Mustache and beard are fine. There are way too many color options for this. Okay, what if I made... Okay, what if? Okay, what if? What if I made the roots this color and the tips like this color? Aegis green frosted tips. Eyes. Okay, so I want to do... No, wait, I have a different idea for the hair, actually. Wait, I forgot about this. I'm gonna do... Right, this color for both of them. Let me go with... About these eyes, and... do this color, and... do a more red color too, I think. There. Nothing I can tell, but... here's just solid silver. Nice, nice. Don't really care about these. Face paint, I don't really think I want... face paint. I don't think I looked through the most face paint options actually, but just have the X on my face. I can't really tell what that is. Well, okay, I don't hate that one, to be honest. And I normally don't do, ooh, oh, there's a Monado one. I think I have to go with a Monado one. Yeah, okay. Where's the scar? Can I put the scar on the other side? Yeah, they're all really neat, I think. Okay, what if I do the scar there, and so it kind of looks like the Monado made the scar? Okay.
Ready and willing.
Voices.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, that one does not fit at all.
Easy peasy.
That one's better. Rebel's a good start.
Hey!
My tattoo. It did not cut deep enough.
Hey there! We'll work well together, I'm sure. Hey,
There's no substitute for real combat.
Shall we? Sorry, but it was you or us.
As much as I want to go with the Adam Howden voice, I think Warrior is the best one for the character I made. It fits the best, I think. We go with that. And confirm. Robbie was the studious one.
Ready? Hey! Game and set.
It's a good one. I don't think they had a bad setup voice. I don't think they had a bad option. I think I vibe with this one the best with what my character looks like. Yeah.
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
Go into the light.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece. Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate.
You put too much hair dye in, knocked you out.
Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours?
Not really.
You don't even remember your own name? Must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
My name is the real Slim Shady. No. I'm gonna name the character Curse again. I liked playing as Curse during Pokemon, and my name is Inigo Montoya. My father probably died on Earth when it blew up. I don't think you killed him, Elma, but someone's got to pay. Yeah, I like playing as Curse during Pokemon, and I feel like that's... If I have a character created to go, I'll go with this in the future. Blue-haired anime girl with pronouns, named Curse.
Good, there we go. What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move?
Yeah. I can move like this. I can
You take
nod
it
my
easy
head.
while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first. You'll be needing a weapon.
Elma, I
There
shit
you
myself
go.
like 2 months
All
ago.
right, let's get going.
Been frozen in shit ever since. Smells really nasty in there. I'm not gonna lie. Prologue Awakening. You just woke up. You're covered in shit, sweat, and tears. Here's a gun. Let's shoot some shit. Let's literally shoot the shit. Alright. Oh man, this is gonna be so much fun.
Most of the white whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the white whale, do you?
Nope.
You know, the L-002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right?
Nope.
Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed.
Yeah, we saw that happen a few minutes ago. Kinda sucked, not gonna lie.
Ring any bells?
Rang the bells of Notre Dame for a bit while they were
feel
there.
bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget.
Doggy.
I know. It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Hell yeah, time to shoot some stuff. Target and draw. Initiate combat by targeting an enemy and then drawing your weapon. Now, what do you say we give it a whirl, I'll be here to back you up, so feel free to experiment. Target with R. Draw is able targeting. The auto attack, just by standing and shooting at it, just normal. Arts, you have arts that are special attacks that you can use. They do different things, use different weapons, and have a cooldown depending on what weapon you have equipped.
Shadow strike!
Flame grenade!
Target in sight!
Assault and opportunity knocks. Topple them. Gunfire.
Yeah, we shot it.
You're not half bad. There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know.
Let's do it.
Then you're interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
We got Advanced Storm dual guns for that. Can I give these to Elma yet? This whole system, I talk about this later. I just want to use the same color art that they call out. I want to give these to Elma. No. Yep, let's get through it. I can give these to Elma, and they're technically better, though not by much. I'm also going to set my fashion gear right here. This is, you know, you can set the gear to what you want it to look like from what you've collected, even if you're wearing something different. So I'm going to set this to basically be this. This is what we woke up in. I'm going to change the helmet later based on something we get, but for now, this is what I want. And for Elma, this is, I want hers to be hers. So in the event that I put her in like a swimsuit or underwear or something, it doesn't actually show that she's in her underwear or whatever. You know, just in case it comes to that. I hate... So those, they changed it from tapping to holding it down, which is a better change, Like, that's the way they should do it. But also, I'm so used to tapping. I hate it.
Hard work always pays off.
It's not something they need to change. Again, yeah, it's the right change, and I do like it, but also unfamiliar. Why change? It's like the one thing they didn't need to change, and they changed that.
Good. More practice. Attack from range. Follow me.
Shadow strike! Target in sight!
Assault hammer. Flame grenade. Ah, I need healing.
First.
I'd believe you if you told me that.
Target in sight!
Full armor.
Nice. Move in and do some damage. Shadow strike!
Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
We got him. Let's move.
Rain's starting to clear up.
The rain's starting to let up. Just in time for sunrise.
She
Follow
looks so
me.
good.
I promise you're gonna love this. Pretty wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together. We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home. Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Sorry, Elma, what were you saying about the high and low path? I was zoned out a little bit because of the pretty and the game is pretty and... Oh, wait, what? Huh? What do you mean, select an emote? Nope. I didn't. I was trying to do this. I pressed the wrong button. I didn't know. I didn't read the control guide for a game I've already put 300 hours into on a different console that failed. Oh, God. Well, that's cool. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna take the top path here.
Sir!
Alright. Alright, gotta go.
Remember the day
They're
you
off
fought
guard.
me.
Stagger them with a melee attack.
This will knock them off balance. Hold on!
Screen edge!
Opportunity knocks. Topple them. Gunfire.
Leveled up. Ranked up. Hell yeah. Not that ranking up means too much yet, but soon. Someday. Oh, don't get the camera stuck inside an enemy, please. Thank you. I've gotten rankier. Hooray. That's definitely something to be proud of. I'm pretty sure I can Skyrim horse my way up this wall somehow. Like right here. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's so much fun to Skyrim horse up things.
It didn't have to be like this.
Strike first and strike
Now
hard.
it's my turn. Slide splinter.
Assault hammer. Now, follow with a real bone crusher.
so I've put maybe 10 hours into my main profile right now, and it is already insane how fast the battles move, even that quickly. I'm only like level 15 or 20 or something like that, but it already... The combat is already feeling slow at the beginning again. It's just insane how fast, how much progression there is. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, I think I finished chapter 4 at this point. I'm doing a lot of sad affinity missions. Yeah, no, and I'll talk about it more when we get closer, but 4 is good. And for at least comparatively to what the rest of the series is like. For how lackluster, by comparison, X's story is compared to the rest of the series, I still find it pretty enjoyable. And chapter 4 is really where it starts to kick off, I think. We'll come back.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside. Grexes. And they're riled. We can't leave them roaming here, not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
I'm ready. Yep. Ranged weapons, cooldowns, yep, don't need it. It's good.
This will knock them off.
Yeah, no, they very intentionally left at least one
Yes. Now tackle it up.
out of reach until you get your Skell pilot's license. In priority, I should say. It was on the title screen. It's fine. Like, even talking about probes this early is a spoiler, technically. It was on the box cover, the Switch icon, the startup menu. You've seen the Skell, and it never mind. You know, it's fine. My apologies for spoiling that part of the game.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
Yes, let's go inside. Please, please, please. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, but no, it's literally Gundam the game. After a certain point. It's like... It's fine. It's all good. elevator. Bye, Elma. See you later. Ah, she's here. Yeah, it's gun vandom. We'll Speaking of, we'll get to him later.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
Cannot fully imagine how
And so it
gigantic
was that another survivor came
this
to
ship must
join
have
our
actually
band of
been.
refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira. Come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown.
Silly, New York and Columbus both only have one palm
Native
tree.
home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
That's my face in real life. It's because I am disgusted and everything. This was... yeah, okay, this is what I had done already, so I'm gonna save over that. Don't really care enough to save that there, and save that there, just in case something goes wrong. This is good. Resting face is pretty accurate to what my face looks like in real life. It's pretty accurate to what that is, yeah. Oh man.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days
all
ago,
our
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From
grateful.
political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
And God, by the week after that, we'd have to kill him then.
Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
Are you somebody important? Why do they call you ma'am? I'm waiting. Oh my god. We... It does kind of look like that. What can I say? I did say she looked good earlier. That apparently included her tits, according to my character now, but I'm sorry for objectifying you, Alma. It was an accident. I think it's showing interest in those other two. But I don't know. Showing interest in Arena's tits instead. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. I'm definitely interested in something. Look. Okay, look. I've got the green hair, the Monado face tattoo, the scar, the glowing eyes. There's just a lot going on. There's just a lot going on.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Shosan was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
Alright.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Chat for saying that she told a good joke.
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
Kidding.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Can I get one of those mansions in the residential district? Please. I want a big house. That way I can actually, like, get something with my money. Chapter 1, New Los Angeles. Lucy.
There you are.
I am the survivor. Okay, now she just told me to go to the doctor, just like everybody else. The difference between ma'am and mommy is... I mean, really just the situation you're in. Like, I'm more likely to... I mean, I'm not gonna... I'm probably gonna call someone ma'am in a professional setting. I don't foresee myself in any situation where I'm calling somebody mommy, but like... I don't know. I can't see the future. A curse can dream of flying like that skull. A curse can dream of calling somebody mommy too, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Oh, absolutely. Like, I think X looked good on the Wii U, which is saying something, but like, she looks really good here too. They all do. Monolith is very good. What can be worse than a person crashing their skull? A child? No. Great minds.
Damn it!
We've combined for one solutions.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed.
That there at the top.
Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
It's the Xenoblade.
Oh, hey, Elma.
Wait. There it is again!
How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Xenoblade too. Oh. Yes, she looks young.
She's 13.
Lynn's an 8th grade girl. Lynn's an 8th grade girl. That's how old she is. I'm scared of Lynn now.
And I know, she looks young, and she is young, but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
I do have weird knees. She just left Doug to clean up the stuff on his own. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. This is gonna be a long game now. Alright, let's put Lynn in her fashion gear too. believe it's a slight suit for combat. Yes. One day when we're not in cutscene hell, we'll hear it.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right,
They do.
the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley, as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Yeah, wait, hold up. Don't walk away, guys. Hold on. Okay, okay. Before we go running off, Lynn, I want my miles for flying Lindley Airlines, okay? Got it. Elma, please leave that part out where I, you know, where I woke up covered in, blood, sweat, tears, and everything else. You can leave that out. Thanks. Wait, I think I can pick this one up.
Yes.
I can.
Am I right?
Marcus. I want to say hi to Marcus.
Hey,
What's up with Tina Rita's fighting style? You always huddle around arena and look at your target in the enemy index. You then go out and engage the foe. Neat. Okay, thanks, Marcus.
What?
Wait, I saw another yellow thing on the map.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
Scar buddies. You got a scar, I got a scar.
Secretary Nagi.
Ms. Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I thought it was Lee.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision.
I want to join, Elma.
He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
I don't care, I want to join.
Memory loss. From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
How do we end up here?
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth-Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Ask how we ended up here in Mira. Oh, okay. What about Blade?
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Alright, let's get me registered. What about it?
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Chapter 1. Well, yeah, thanks for not talking about where I shit myself, Alma. Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
Aww.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that skill. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
It's a good part. Honestly, same. I'm gonna gaze longingly at these skulls. I want one so bad.
Now this guy gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction.
Lynn.
Hold on, I'll just pull it up here.
Lynn, please.
Lynn?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far so fast without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around.
What about that action figure I found at Walmart?
So yes,
There were
as you
a
might
million of
imagine,
those.
The certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the Mission Control Board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
They've never chosen someone with tattoos. I will be the first, then. And if they don't choose me, then I'm going to sue for
So this
$1,000.
is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Yeah, I can see it.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey.
Hey. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can change that a little bit. Field UI. Battle UI. Back inside for this other online sound. Voice language. Camera. Yeah, I don't think I can turn it off. Alright, off to the scout console then.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Yes.
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh. And here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
I'm all three. I'm crazy,
Oh, it's
stupid, and
accepted.
want to be a Blade.
Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
All right, I want to scout. Oh, I can't scout.
Listen.
Careful. Hey.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie. Most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell?
Yes, I can imagine.
Huh? Oh, right, the tour.
Oh, dude,
I
Blade.
think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Hey!
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chosan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
That's chapter 1 done. Now guys, look. It has been a long day. It has been a long day. I still have not taken a shower. You guys sold me on Blade before I even walked into the city. Just, please. Please. I just, please.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Well, I said I was ready and willing like hours ago, but all this talk about you quote-unquote not forcing and coercing me, I'm gonna say no.
Ms. Ku, how much do you know about life pods?
Life pods?
Oh, those dramatic zooms.
You mean like from the White Whale?
Yes, those life pods. Like the one Elma, a blade, rescued our friend here from. Emphasis on the word rescued. Because if you aren't released, you just sit there frozen in stasis. Forever.
So did you have an engineering question about life pods? Or is this all part of the guilt trip?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, what'll it be, friend?
Isku, get the gun, take this man behind the barn, and deal with him. Sir, I would have rather be left in stasis forever if you don't let me shower. It's been years.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks.
Hexagons to the besticons.
We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Chapter 2. The New Frontier, Chapter 2. Alright, let's go. Can I customize the barracks? No. Okay.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Yeah, Elma and I killed some wolves and pigs and stuff.
Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Then I take my cool back. But wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The two of you?
Yeah, we won.
That's still pretty cool. They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited. Confidence can be good. Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Alright, let's go. I really can't speak on if these indigenous animals want to tell me that indigen is a slur, then fine, I won't use it, but I've yet to hear from them specifically. It's probing time. I want to head out. I saw those guys on the ground over there. I want to head out this way really quick. Just to show something off over here, if I can. It's our Gonzalez! Hi, Gonzalez. Hey, Ren the Territorial. You're a large monkey. Territorial, not part. Okay, goodbye. You're getting too close. I did not know.
What the hell happened here?
We'll do it later.
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius? Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula.
But, ma'am...
But here, the tables have been turned.
I'll do it after I fight this guy.
Trace of any other indigents in the area.
Sure, I'm gonna have to fight him.
There's only one explanation.
You have to fight him.
That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
Let's kill it. We gotta.
Whoa, whoa, whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean
Damn.
physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
We got this.
Well, alright. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right. Let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
let's do this.
About time I had a real fight.
He won't beat me.
Alright, let's talk about appendages. We can blow off body parts if we want.
Lay down some fire.
Chrome armor! I'm punching a hole in you!
Shadow strike.
Assault hammer!
Slide. Splinter. I'm off balance. That put a dent in him. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Let's pack some more punch. I'm off balance.
Wow,
I'm off
That put a
balance.
dent in him. Move in and keep the rhythm
Let's
going.
pack some more punch.
Shadow strike.
Chrome armor!
Fire particle.
Flame grenade!
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Off balance.
Slide.
weaken him and lay it.
That put a dent in him. Move in and keep the rhythm
Let's
going.
pack some more punch.
Shadow strike. Upper hand.
Oh shit, I'm dead.
It's time to attack.
Well, looks like they're doing pretty good against him. Gandalf helped me out, thank you.
Chrome armor now. Follow with a real bone crusher. Slit. Assault hammer.
It's my turn.
Flame. I'm off balance.
Upper hand. I should
Think
go
I've hit my
first.
limit. Heal me.
Sliding. Destroyed. Move in
All or
and strike.
nothing.
It was uncontrollable.
Now tackle it up.
You're right.
Off balance. Chrome armor.
Nice, we got him.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth.
It's a good question. I don't really know where
We
the beam
tried
comes
just
from.
planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Let's launch it.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Oh, it's... Huh. That's cool. You learn something new every day. Talk about all that later. Okay. So... how do I look at this profile tag? Where in the menu is it? X. In this, okay. Okay, so I have ready and waiting star set, I think. Or I didn't have anything set, and I just set as that. Okay. So, oh my god, there's so many. They have so many from the old games, too. That's nice. God. Oh, there's so much in here. Oh, no. Oh, there's so much in here. No. Let's do... Let's... I'm gonna do Bionosporn something, I think. Bionosporn Bionis. No. Architect's Own God isn't a bad one. I think with Bionosporn, I think Monado. I think I'm gonna go Bionosporn Monado. And I can change it later, I think, too. So, you know, I've got the thing in my face and all that. First rate face. Perfect. Alright, let's... Can I skip travel yet? I cannot. No. Okay. Later. Ugh, I can't wait to explore Silverland for the music. Like, this is a bop. This is a jam, but... Man. The music is so good. Yeah, I don't think it unlocks until Chapter 3. Just kind of a pain. Like, I know that you're supposed to just go out, do the thing, and come back, but like... Soon.
Great.
Needs a bit of a... I want to go explore. there's so much to see around the spikes, too. There he is. Look who's here.
Commander Vandam.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much.
Mustache Man.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little miss stick in the rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Let's go.
Whoa there, Itchy Trigger. I know you're just chafing at the bit to run out there and grab the world by its tail, but you need to choose a division first. Once that's all hashed out, we can get into detail about what your first assignment's gonna be.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right?
He's allowed to have 2 sets of eyebrows.
There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders.
I already know who I'm gonna
Pathfinder's
pick.
Number one responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's
They're fishing for data probe spots.
We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akerlof and Evans, right? Irina and Gwyn? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira.
They go fishing for wildlife.
Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigen that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle.
They're reclaiming fish.
Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable.
And it kind of is, to be fair.
Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it.
Fish.
It's not all picking berries, though.
It's fishing.
Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? All right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the Mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality?
Mediator.
Probably not the best mediator.
Oh.
But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join?
Yes,
Don't
I
fret
do.
about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigens, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
So the point of choosing a role is basically for online reward stuff. Certain I don't know exactly how it works, and there are other people who can explain it better. But so in universe, they need people to be able to do certain things well, like, mediate and go and reclaim stuff and be on offense and on defense. But for the actual gameplay purpose, it's more for online stuff. So, you know, with it's like what the squad rewards and all that do. So, like, they divided up based on squad rewards. And, you know, this stream is not brought to us by Nintendo, no. It's brought to you by me, and me alone. And the money I gave to Nintendo to purchase the game. And the divisions are like, it's like picking a sports team to follow or something. It doesn't mean anything in the real world. It's just whoever. It's whoever. It doesn't matter. So I'm ready to choose a division.
Yeah, and
It's
we're
your
on
elective,
pins and
yeah.
needles here.
I like the curators. I'm gonna pick the curators.
Then it's settled?
It's settled.
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Chapter 3. Pathfinder was my other choice, too. It's my second choice. Builders of a Legacy, Chapter 3. We're officially a Blade. Hooray. Now we can use the shop terminal, the AM terminal, mission control, and more. And fast travel. There we go. And arms manufacturers. And missions. That makes sense. No. This is the one game where they're not supposed to be British. Yeah, I wouldn't peg you for a mediator, I think. Okay. Is there... Yes, okay, there's one quest I'd like to do, if I can do it quickly, before I end off for today.
Yes.
What? Thanks, guy. Alright, I think I want to be, yeah, on this next street over, I think. No, I don't. It was on this first street. Never mind. Well timed. We have Joe over here.
Now what?
Good. I'm glad that was planned. Joe is looking for missing parts. So the espresso machine broke, and I'll just take whatever, I guess. I'm not good with machines, but I can sling a mean wrench if I need to. Yeah, so we need 3 heat-proof inox pipes from Primordia to help her out. Oh, you did? Yeah, that was a while ago. Jesus. Alright, since I can skip travel, I'm just going to skip travel out to where we put the probe in Primordia. I only need 2. Grab you. Grab this one over here. And head back inside. Zoom in. Thank you. I do miss just being able to poke at the gamepad to fast travel. That was nice, but this is fine enough for what it's trying to do.
Listen.
Oh, hey!
Alright, Joe, we're back. Boss asked me why the assessment machine wasn't around. Told her I called in sick, then she just kind of looked at me funny and walked away. I don't... On the Switch version, I have no idea. On the gamepad, there kind of had to be. Just for, you know, selecting items and stuff. Fast travel. Well, we brought the parts for you, Joe. Here you go. Yep, here you go. You're welcome. Oh, she's gonna fix us a thank you latte. Given how it went already, I'm gonna say no thanks. But no, darn. I wish. That'd be nice, but again, no. Joe, you don't have to do this, Joe. Alright, fine, if you insist. Go make us a drink. Ma'am, are you okay? Is everything good? Ma'am? Where are you going? Oh boy. What happened to Joe? She went back there, ran off, and went back there and ran off after screaming. No, it's not long enough at all. I agree. She's death to electronics. Oh, jeez. RIP. We'll go check on her. Oh, I almost launched myself off that. Residential district. We've gone to the only only residential. The only religion in the world now, Catholicism. Finally. No, but it's fine. Hi, Joe. Holy Father, I have it's been 3 days since we last contraption. I break everything you touch. Forgive me, Frother, for she has stirred. Hi, we're here. It's fine. We don't need a iced latte. We just need you to go back to... It's fine. Even I've broken a freezer before, even though it's not true. Your boss needs you back at the shop. You'll be fine. It is so much better. I just got a call from my boss. Coco's gonna be pretty mad, right? Am I fired? Super fired? I'm probably super fired, right? Yeah, you're gonna be super fired. But we did get those fuel tanks. We had them on hand already. Alright, caller, on your perfectly functioning cell phone. On your perfectly functioning cell phone. On your perfectly functioning cell phone. Never mind. She broke her cell phone. Here, use mine. What if I wanted my phone to break because of you? Plausible deniability and all that. I wanted an upgrade. Joe's denying me my upgrade. Here's Coco. I have Joe insurance. I specifically want a $1,000 payout for my new comm device. Alright, we finished that quest. We got some experience, money, and some heart classes. Go fix that freezer, Joe. You got this. I'll get back to you about that latte. Nice. Okay, wait, I want to see if HB says anything here.
Yes?
Okay, no, nothing important. There's also... Oh, nice. Cyberpunk piano. It's not a bad look.
That's true on any planet.
I'm gonna teleport up here to the Light Tower. And I wanted to do that quest specifically right now because of the reward it gives us. I want to change the time. 11 in the morning works. And I want to add fashion gear. It is a menu option. I didn't know that until... If I knew it was an option in the Wii U version, I didn't know it until late, and then forgot about it until watching someone else play earlier today. Yeah, no, I would always go to either a bench or those base camps. So this is what I've done to my own team on my own file is I did that quest and gave everyone the heart sunglasses, and they all just look so iconic. Oh, they're perfect. They're so perfect. Oh, I love them. This is incredible. Yeah, no, absolutely thumbnail. Listen to the chat. Yeah. I will, absolutely. Alright. Wrong thing. I want to lower that there. I'm gonna lower that so I can hear myself think. I like the song, but it's a little loud. Hello, you reached the end of the stream. Thank you so much for being here, talking, chatting, lurking. I can't hear you. I'm wearing my heart sunglasses. True. Alright. Reached the end of the stream. Thank you so much for being here. There was no dedicated poop button to whatever I was talking about. I did that during stasis in this game. Alright, those are... that quote was from this Hello Kitty kart racer game. And one of them just looked like a crooked dick. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else. It's what it looked like. Alright, so those links are to where else you can find me on the... Not Nixon, no. It didn't, like an actual... I'll show you another time. Anyway. I'm trying to end the stream. Those links are where you can find my content on the internet. That bottom link is the Twitch, where stuff happens live a fair bit. Like if you're watching it now... Currently, in this moment, it's on Twitch. Twitch is currently my main source of income from bits or subs or donations at the link below. All optional, not required, but appreciated nonetheless if they happen. Our next milestone for followers there on Twitch is 100. Currently at 89. If you'd like to follow, that'd be fantastic. If not, no worries. I also realized I should be... I'm gonna sit down. Alright, that top link is the main my main YouTube channel. That's where LPs, VODs... Not VODs anymore, actually. So LPs, clips, highlights, video essays. Basically anything I would trim down a little bit. That's where that all goes. The next milestone for that, I think, is 400 subscribers. Again, if you'd like to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. If not, again, no worries. That second YouTube link is the recently created VOD/archive channel, where slowly going through stream VODs and uploading them there, so they're in a separate place but are still online. I think our next milestone for that is any number bigger than 2. So if you'd like to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. If not, again, it's all good. That final link is the Discord. You can get notified for new content, particularly from Twitch streaming or the main YouTube channel. You can also vote on thumbnails, on what games I play, talk with whoever's on there. You know, the whole deal. It's a Discord server. Get notified of Twitch streams and what goes on the main YouTube channel. On the main YouTube channel, I forgot to talk about this. Stuff gets released Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon Central. On that VOD archive channel, I'm currently releasing the backlog of content on Sundays and Thursdays. And then, you know, for whatever gets filled in, new stuff that'll go in on the off days all at noon Central. So, all right, I think that's about it. I'll leave you with one last quote before turning off for the night. How many quotes do I have? There we go. I do get annoyed sometimes, but not to the point of sexual frustration. That is true. That is true. And with that, I believe you. That was about you, yeah. Okay, no one I can raid, so... Thank you guys once again for being here, chatting, lurking, watching, all of it. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time, probably for more Xenoblade, but... whatever it is, I hope to see you guys then. Have a good one.